Curse of the Yellow Sign. It's the Act 1 called Digging for the Dead God. It's kind of like this social experiment where there is nothing paranormal happening, but the players get paranoid and they start to turn on each other and stuff happens and they get killed and all that. So I've printed out some pre-gens and given a short briefing to each player, and it was like this army squad that was doing some archaeological digging. I mean, naturally for Call of Cthulhu, right? So there's Johnny. He got a character that is one of the lowest ranking ones in the hierarchy of this squad, but his character had a very righteous and strong moral compass. So I told him, at any time, if you see other characters are doing something cruel, you can look at me and nod, and I will give you a sign that you can interfere. And at that point, you should try and stop the cruelty, stand up to your higher-ups. So the interesting thing is that one other player here, let's call him Melvin, was not only playing the cruelest character, but at one point in our real life, Melvin had a sort of a formal authority over Johnny and me. So even though I became friends with Melvin, Johnny hasn't seen him for quite some time, and the feeling of Melvin having authority over him was still there. So Johnny never actually did anything to stop the cruelty in game. He would look at me, I would give him a sign, and he would just not do it. So after everything is finished and after we revealed all the character secrets and everything, people asked him, why didn't you do it? And he said, well, it didn't just feel right, you know? And after discussing it a bit more, we figured out that yes, he was role-playing, but internally. He really wanted to listen to my GM instructions, but his learned reflex to respect Melvin's authority was triggered by the fact that Melvin's character was also having authority in game, and it was perceived as an actually bigger threat and the bigger authority than I could ever establish as a GM at the table. So he felt like he wasn't playing the game right. He wanted to follow the briefing and the instructions I gave and stand up to the cruel character, but he felt he doesn't have the courage to do so, which in my opinion is the exact thing that we are trying to do with these games. We are trying to invoke certain emotions, so in a sense, there was roleplay. He was immersed in the game, he was enjoying it, he was feeling it, he was living it in a sense, but we just weren't able to see it.